People, we have the real problem in the world. We have the real problem in the world. People want to be mad. People want to put in mad. Guess the secret. The secret is inside you. Give everybody the energy they deserve. When someone is doing evil, you need to insult them. And when someone is doing good, you need to viciousness, support them, encourage them. That is what where the nyash energy comes from. But people don't have confidence. Because of bullshit for what it is. When you want a big guy, you will never get it. Real world. The big nyash is in you take no bullshit and you give no bullshit. That's what the Libra energy is all about. So without you, if you pretend, you're giving love to those who don't deserve it, just get your nonsense story. You're giving hate to those who don't deserve it. Then because it's a get your nonsense story, you can't get it, you never get it. Now from nyash to your private part. Yes, that's why the rules of nyash. If you want nyash, I'll tell you today, BBL is a problem. It's like do BBL. Don't even do more.
It's okay, I was like, you don't have to pay.
Start calling things like this. According to your own analysis, remember, Libra energy is so material. If you analyze the Libra like this one is an idiot, call them an idiot. If you analyze the Libra like this one is an angel, call them an angel. If you analyze the Libra like this one deserves support, support. If you analyze the Libra like this one deserves hate. That's where the nyash secret is. I've given you the Luo secret today. Now when it comes to your private part dictates your self-desire. If you feel attracted. Now your face card is about beauty. Now vagina card or your private part card is about being hot. You know there's difference between beauty and hotness. Children are beautiful, children are not hot. So now if you want to look like a child, you will just be called beautiful or pretty. But then there's now that hotness. Where does hotness come from? Self-desire, which is that Scorpio energy. Your ability to belong, to see yourself like, I belong here. Your ability to be attractive. Your ability to take up space. That is where hotness comes from. Your ability to see yourself as the very representation of the ancestors that gave birth to you. Your ability to love your essence and be okay with what you are. Deep down, that's where the Scorpio energy comes from. And that Scorpio energy, when you hack it, it gives you the hot aura. When you look at an individual, there's a lot of auras that are going on here. There's the authenticity aura of your face. The self-support aura, it is still displaying. The self-thinking aura is still displaying. The self-feeling aura is still displaying. The self-love aura is still displaying. The self-analysis aura is still displaying. The nyash aura is displaying. The self-desire aura is displaying. Now, if you feel unwanted, guys, don't be afraid of gonorrhea, syphilis, UTI, sexually transmitted infection. If you are somebody who you feel hot, you know you are hot. If you know you are hot, you don't have to worry about syphilis. Even if you sleep with somebody who has syphilis, you will not get it. You don't have receptor. You know, this is why people need to study. When I say something like that, some people will be like, hey, you cannot sleep with somebody who has syphilis and not. When you study microbiology, you will know something about reception. A disease you have no reception for will never attach itself to you, even if you get exposed to it. For example, HIV. If you don't have a receptor for HIV, even if you are somebody with HIV blood, you are open and somebody's blood is poured into yours, you will not catch it. So that's why you should know, if you don't want anything to do with your vagina looking ugly, your vagina smelling ugly, your vagina contacting diseases, then you must think you are hot. You must think you're hot, so you must think you're hot, so it doesn't matter what anybody on the outside thinks. Do you think you're hot? Do you think you're nyammable? Do you think you're coolable? If you are, then know that you will never have a problem with looking hot. Now, the Sagittarius energy, this is your thighs. Your thighs dictate your ability to be fashionable and adventurous, your ability to look like a Pinterest board. You know, when we talk about Sagittarius energy, we are talking about your ability to explore and express. Your ability to explore and express is your ability to look like a fashion icon. Because you're giving visuals. When people see you, they see, oh, that is Queen Jinga of Bloco and Matamba. Oh, that is Cleopatra. Oh, that is Queen Sheba. You are ability to show us what is on the inside, outside, so that you can see it.
Oh, thank you.
So you want to be a fashion icon. Kindly work on your Sagittarius energy, and all fashion icons are Sagittarius. They have dominantly a lot of Sagittarius energy going on. Without Sagittarius energy, forget fashion, forget ability to be fashionable. And then we have Capricorn energy, which is your ability to utilize yourself. Your ability, and that Sagittarius energy will also dictate your skin. It will dictate the health of your skin. The Sagittarius energy will dictate the health of your skin. Because guess what? Let me show you. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that comes at adolescence. And it is Jupiter that brings pimples. Now the ability to fight pimples is in exposure. Pimple can come as a result of you are born in a family that is always religious. And maybe your essence does not belong to that religion. You need to explore other things. Now when you grow up to become a teenager, you start fighting your parents about that. Why will you start fighting your parents about that? Because rather, you've seen a classmate of yours has told you, a classmate of yours from California has told you, hey, do you know this Buddhism? And then you start fighting your parents like, I don't want to be a Christian, I want to be a Buddhist. Like, Sagittarius energy just change energy. Like, it brings new perspective in the scene. And if you want that particular energy, you get it from adventure. And as you get it, your skin becomes very beautiful as you want it. So if you want skin secrets, appearance secrets, Sagittarius energy is your answer. And then we have the Capricorn energy, which dictates your hormones, your moods. People who misuse themselves are always angry. When you find somebody that's always angry, they're always in a bad mood. They don't have that childlike. The cherubim in them is there. You know that they are being used. Being used and being in a bad mood is while being in a good mood and drop your mood and being useful to yourself also goes hand in hand. And that is what dictates. It dictates your hormones. If you're someone who you have issues with your hormones, there's a bell ringing that you're being misused. Period problems, so hormonal problems that women have, misuse. Somebody is slapping you, misusing you. And imagine spirituality is very easy. In the hospital you will go, they'll give you a lot of tablets to take, but in spirituality, I will just tell you, listen guys, this is how I deal with clients, by the way. Let me just tell you, for the practitioners who also want to deal with clients. I deal with clients because I'm a pattern recognizer. When you come to me and you have these problems, me, I'll just tell, I will not even, you don't tell me the names of the people, I don't care about the people in your life. I'll just tell you, there's someone who's plugged me. I will not even discuss with you to know who it is. I'll just tell you there's someone who's misusing your energy. You're working for them, unatumika. Ujitumi wewe unatumika. And so I tell you, go remove that person. And this is the reason why they call the healing, this African healing is very effective. Because the moment you go remove that person, you will start feeling that immediately. Immediately, it will be like, if you are low, you don't call your food or removing a thorn from your leg. And this pattern recognition, some people hate us for it. Because me, I don't need to know you or the people you interact with. I don't know, I will just read your person and tell you, babe, you have neck problem. There's somebody who doesn't want to speak up your mind. There's somebody who's benefiting from you staying quiet and not supporting your dreams. And then you go remove that person very easy. Because I'm telling you, I'm not even ready to person for you to tell me, please tell me that person, please tell me. No. Very easy. If you are authentic, you will know that person. You will go remove them and then you'll continue with your life very easy and you'll see the results. Now, I've not talked about Aquarius. Aquarius is all about your Achilles heel, which is your ability to win. Aquarius is about the male reproductive organ. While Scorpio is all about the female reproductive organ, Aquarius is about the male reproductive organ. And what is the male reproductive organ about? Your ability to win in life. Oh, you be the quickest sperm to the ovum. If you want to win, succeed, delay. If your life is not moving, you're not achieving anything. The ancestors are telling you, Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy. It will determine. When you see people winning, people who win a lot, people who win a lot, no, they know themselves. You cannot win without knowing yourself. A sperm cannot. There is no sperm that is reaching the ovum if you don't know yourself. And then finally, Pisces energy is all about your immune system. Your Pisces energy, your self-belief is your immune system. You believing yourself makes you immune. You believing in yourself will make you immune even to bombs and guns. You believing in yourself will never have you be in close proximity with an enemy that wants to kill you. That Pisces energy is your immune system. It is the lymphatic system. It is your white blood cells, the watchmen at the gate. White blood cells are watchmen at the gate, asking everybody, ID before you get in, ID before you get in. That is your self-belief. Without it, you are rendered immunocompromised. Without your self-belief, you are immunocompromised. Ready for invasion by any manner of pathogen. So if you don't want to have a weak immune system, believe in yourself. Believe in who you are. That's what will fly when it comes to your essence and who you are at your core. Yeah, if your throat is not well, if somebody doesn't want you to protect yourself and you're giving them access, you are still connected to them. They don't want you to submit. They don't want you to be successful. Remember, Taurus energy is all about luxury. You showing up every 7 days a week. If you have an issue with your throat, somebody does not want you to show up 7 days a week. Who is it you know? Uproot them immediately. Or continue with that particular disease. Uproot them immediately and adjust your proximity or continue with that disease.
तो फिर देखो वो आ रही है उसको देखो
हाँ तो उसको देखना छोटी बात
नहीं तो उसको नहीं पता है
I work with confidence nowadays, and sometimes it can even be you. There's certain habits within you that are not making you to show up every 7 days a week. If you have that kind of habit, remove them so that you can show up. And if you don't know, ask your ancestors. I work with confidence nowadays because I know myself. Yes, yes. Guys, are you getting the car? So now, in spirituality, you must calculate. Because me, I calculate. I calculate. I want to live an A-level life. I calculate this is how much self-knowledge, this is how much self-belief, how much self-usage. I calculate and make sure that I am above average. I calculate and make sure that when I calculate everything and unite them, I'm above average and I'm okay with it. Now, how do you know that you are below average? When it comes to having the 12 stages, the 12 parts of the body. How you know it by look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. The mirror will tell you if you are below average or above average and do it. Don't look in the mirror and pretend that, hey, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. No, just be authentic. Look in the mirror and be authentic. Are you okay with the shape of your head? Are you okay with the shape of your neck? Are you okay with the shape of your arm? Are you okay with the shape of your chest? Are you okay with the shape of your stomach? Are you okay with the shape of your diet up to your leg? Are you okay? Look in the mirror. And then you will see the houses that you're failing. The more you dislike a house, the more you're failing in that house. And when you know you're failing in a house, our ancestors here tells us, please, especially the houses that are in more need of your guidance.
The blue shirt?
To empower the homes that are in more need of your guidance. Yeah? Somebody left me. How do I protect myself? How do we know somebody is jealous of you? Are people coming to tell you? Because if people are not coming to tell you to your face that they're jealous and they're jealous of you, don't look. Pretend that you're not seeing. But if somebody comes and shoves it on your face, then you hold them by their neck and squeeze and tell them, my dear, you're not willing to be a fertile soil to my authenticity. Get the fuck out of my life. But if people are just jealous and nobody's saying anything, pretend you're blind. You're not seeing anything. Because it is natural. God is a jealous God. Natural. You cannot stop people from being jealous and envious, but their jealousy and envious is not your problem until somebody now gets too much confidence to come and shove it on your face. Then now you tell them boundaries. Mera, go to jealous where I'm not seeing you, where you cannot access each other. That part of the research was so powerful for me. Yes, yes. Are you guys getting? This was so unplanned, but let me just
what size is it?
Like I should stay and say these things. So let me just stay and say these things and ask questions as if you're feeling authentically, if you're feeling called to ask questions, just ask questions. But those are the things that I'm talking about, guys.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Medium.
Calculate. It is mathematics. You cannot sit and wish on chance. Chance. Please let me wake up one day with the most beautiful arms. Chance. Please let me wake up one day with the most beautiful. No.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You have to address it face to face. If it is your thighs, address it face to face. Your adventure is lacking. Your ability to travel, adventure, and explore both yourself and the magic is lacking. Look at yourself and change the things. Because when you don't do anything, nothing changes if nothing changes. That can be a positive connotation and it can also be a negative connotation. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you know that you don't like your neck, nothing will change if nothing changes. But now the positive of this particular quote, if you like your neck, then just know that nothing changes if nothing changes. If you are in a terrible relationship, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you are in a beautiful relationship, nothing changes if nothing changes. So that particular quote can help you to maintain or to change. Yeah, I think up to that particular point, I'll leave now. Any ideas on how much to pay for? If your Mercury is in Pisces, that is you believing in yourself is how you communicate. So you are a channel. The reason why Mercury is wealth oriented in our timeline, Mercury is not always wealth oriented.
Yeah.
But in our timeline, Mercury is wealth oriented because we live in an era of communication where we need to communicate with the collective consciousness. And we live in a timeline where your ability to communicate with the collective consciousness can bring you money. You can monetize your ability to communicate with the collective consciousness. So Mercury tells you how to communicate with the collective consciousness. So which is Mercury, if your Mercury is in Pisces, then it means that you believing in yourself automatically communicates with the collective consciousness. So you should be getting followers or online recognition from you believing in yourself. Virgo and Saturn in Virgo, you analyzing. You doing no evil and taking no evil is where your wealth is. Whenever you do no evil and take no evil, you become more wealthy. Whenever you do evil and take evil, you lose money. Mercury going into retrograde is the exam period, the examination period. What is the examination period of Mercury? Mercury comes every Wednesday to help you communicate with your body. When Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury is testing. Can you and your body communicate? What is the level of communication with you and your body? So all the things are personal before they are collective. But then when you're looking at the collective consciousness, when Mercury is going retrograde, then know that people, humanity as a collective, we are about to invest in the way we communicate. The way collective consciousness communicates with the collective consciousness is about to be checked. There's an examination that is about to happen. And the people who fail in it, they drop back in the loop. And people who perform well in it, they expand and succeed and move upward. Anybody else, any question before I go? Before I go? Any question else before I go? How to increase the Libra energy? Just be honest. Libra energy is all about honesty. Be honest. Your emotion. When you look at Libra energy, is the urinary system. Urinary system is the emotional system. So just be honest in your emotions. If you don't like something, the way somebody is doing something, be willing to argue. Be willing to disagree with people. Be willing to call people out even if it means arguing it out. Libra is all about teaching of the professional. Your ability to talk for your space. Remember, we have spaces on this particular planet. Your ability to defend your space. For example, African spirituality is a space. Christianity is a space. Prostitution is a space. Your ability to defend a particular space. That is disobedience. Whenever you don't defend a space, your space becomes small. Whenever you know very well that you are gaining from Christianity and people are talking shit about Christianity and you don't defend it, your nyash becomes small. Whenever you know very well you're benefiting from African spirituality and people are talking shit about African spirituality and you don't defend it, your nyash is small. Whenever you know you're benefiting from prostitution and people are talking shit about prostitution and you don't defend it, your nyash goes small. Your confidence when it comes to nothing goes small now. When you want to have bigger space, if you want to have more space on the planet, which will translate on your nyash, then you have to be more talkative and defensive of the things that you know you're benefiting from. Are we together? Things that you know you're benefiting from. Never keep quiet when you keep slandered. Because guess what? When you keep quiet, when something you're benefiting from is being slandered, your confidence reduces. And when your confidence in that thing reduces, it was a thing you were gaining. When your confidence in it reduces, nyash will reduce. Your nyash will reduce. So when you see people with big nyash, know they have a lot of space. We're the best. They have a lot of space like this. That's what it is. So if you want big nyash, people have small nyash in our timeline because people are not fighting for the things they benefit. African spirituality is benefiting a lot of people, but they want to live in secret in it. When they see people slandering, they laugh as well in unison, thinking that the Almighty Creator is not watching. The Almighty Creator is always with you, omnipresent, 24/7. She knows what you support. She knows what you slander. And she gives you your body. She designs your body exactly according to that. You cannot lie to your own needs. So there I have confidence to stand up for the things you know you need to stand up for. That is why your nyan comes from. Thank you very much. Aries energy is about the truth. Your ability to be truthful with yourself. Your ability to listen to your body, because that Aries energy is authenticity. Your ability to communicate and listen to yourself. That's what authenticity is all about. And your ability to listen to and communicate with yourself gives you the face card. If your face is ugly to you, just know that you don't listen to yourself at all. If somebody, you see people who, you listen to yourself, you are somebody like me, I listen to myself, and then I meet somebody and they are ugly to me. Know that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder as well. Somebody who's ugly to me might be beautiful to somebody else. But me, I use my vessel as a machine. You should use your vessel as a machine. When you know that you're somebody who you are authentic, you always listen to yourself. And you meet someone and they're ugly to you. That is a communication that they don't listen to. Nobody says, hey, you listen to yourself. That's when you look beautiful. That one doesn't listen to themselves. That's when they look ugly to you. They will look very beautiful to other people who don't listen to themselves. Bad or better, they flock together. If I don't listen to myself, I look very beautiful to somebody else who don't listen to themselves. I look okay. Because there's a blind spot. There's a blind spot. I don't listen to myself, they don't listen to myself, we flock together. I listen to myself, they listen to themselves, we flock together. I listen to myself, you don't listen to myself, we can flock together. When we flock together, there's going to be an energy drain there. Somebody's going to fight for the other. It's either I am going to turn you to start listening to yourself, or you're going to turn me to stop listening to myself, according to who is more strong. If I'm more strong in my angelic energy, and I listen to myself and my authenticity is beautiful, and I meet somebody, and they are weak in their demonic energy, they don't listen to themselves, but they are willing to. I can push them to come listen to themselves, and the angelic is listening to themselves too. But if they are too demonic, they don't listen to themselves so much that they are above, they are 98% do not listen to themselves. And then they meet me, and I listen to myself 50%, 40%. Let me just say 50%, 50 is at least above average. When I meet that person who doesn't listen to themselves 98%, and me, I listen to myself 50%, they can swap me, they can stop me to not listening to myself. They can infect me with a chopped energy. Because anybody who doesn't listen to themselves is chopped, is angry. Anybody who says, first card comes from your ability to listen to your inner truth and operate from your inner truth. Anybody who doesn't do that appears ugly in general. Because first card is gotten from authenticity. I'm together! You know me, I don't know anybody. And guys, by then, let me always tell you, when I teach like this, I don't know anybody. I'm not channeling any information to anyone. The telepathic communication happens. Authenticity is telepathic. Sometimes when I say things over here that hit you, you might think I'm listening to you, or I'm dropping, or I know you are like too much. I don't know anything about authenticity is telepathic. Not that deep. Because this has gotten me to problems with people. Some people they think, oh, your life was about me. Your life was about me. You were just talking about me. Never to that person. Authenticity is telepathic. Anytime I'm authentic, I will catch telepathy immediately. Every time. Doesn't mean I hope this is self-explanatory. Please get into it. Self-explanatory. Alright. The lovely thing, yeah, I'm telling you the truth, I've gotten problems with it. Even mates, people are fucking. Oh, you want something, mommy? I don't. And when they do that, I'm always just like, and sometimes you cannot explain to someone. Somebody who doesn't get it will never get that telepathy is authenticity is telepathic. And only people who live in authenticity is telepathic will get that authenticity is telepathic. But people who don't know it, I have no time to explain that guy. Especially to people who don't know that authenticity is telepathic. I'll just ignore you and I'll just be like, okay, I was talking about you. Let's move on. Anyway. Yeah. So guys, I think this is the end of this class. I did not plan to say all this, but you know, I just felt like switching a little bit from our today's how do you call it? Recital. So this is about it. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the compliment, guys. I think this is about it. I go leave now and go do other things, and I see there's a understand. Yeah. All of it, telepathic communication is anything. Telepathic communication is, as such, is the queen of heaven. Queen of heaven. You know, when people, you will get it slowly as we go. It will expand more. But just know that when you say Aset is the queen of heaven, what you mean is that Aset is the one that reigns in the spiritual realm. What is the spiritual realm? The one within, that everyone is present. Animals are present. Even more in the world within than human beings. I told you the skeletal structure of animals. Animals are bigger. They cannot even stand straight because the spirit realm is bigger than the physical realm. So animals are present in the spirit realm more than humans are. And those are the ancestors. When the Bible says that the creation, you are never alone. We are never alone because the animals are constantly in the spirit. So even if there's one human being on the away from the planet, they are not alone. The animals are all of them all. Just the bipedal animals. There's no bipedal animal other than human beings. So animals, they spend their entire time in the spirit. So when authenticity communicates to them, even before it communicates to anybody else, animals communicate with authenticity more than any other thing. Now someone is getting it. You know, the arrangement of telepathy is like the arrangement of telephone. The way you have a particular phone, when I dial your number and call you, I get you. It's the same way, it works the same way with telepathy in spirit realm. Everybody is in a particular frequency. For example, Nainyango is music in a particular frequency. Wanja, a particular frequency. Mama Nikwa, a particular frequency. Kenisha, a particular frequency. So we access each other whenever you access a particular frequency, you are accessing that particular person. And how do you know you are accessing that frequency? By them coming to you. Like most of the time it's the people that you know. When I'm thinking, I have 24 hours in a day. What are the chances that out of that 24 hours I'm going to be thinking about Mama Nikwa, or I'm going to be thinking about Kenisha, or I'm going to be thinking about the lives? What are the chances? You thinking about someone authentically like that, they just have they've arrived in your consciousness. That's a phone call. That's their name. They are even arriving in your subconscious, their name. That's the call you. Animals, there are images appearing in your reality. Their name, they called you. So remember, animals, the way they communicate with human beings, telepathically is different from humans. You cannot say, okay, unless an animal is your pet, you cannot just see a snake in the forest and then you come back home and then be like, oh, I'm thinking about that exact same snake. Like you start thinking of, you want to think about that snake after they've left your subconscious, but the way you thought about them when you saw them. So when you see a particular snake, their number and your subconscious. then. So you should see the thoughts that you are having in that particular part. Because an animal will never appear in your subconscious if they have nothing to do with what's going on in your subconscious. So when an animal appears, that's the number. An animal. A cockroach will never appear in the environment of somebody who you are never ashamed of yourself. That's an example I'm giving you. If you're somebody who was never ashamed of yourself, a cockroach will never pick a phone call and call you. But if you're somebody who you are always ashamed, you walk in shame, you're always ashamed. Shame is like wearing as a pride of honor, then cockroach just call you. You'll always be like, you'll even live with them. They'll come and live so now inside your house. Tell you like, Maggie, I want to this, you know. That's self-betrayal, every time you self-betray, you are dialing the number of a cockroach. You're telling every time you are self-betraying, but let me just tell you, every time you're self-betraying, you are calling a cockroach to come in with subconscious. Anytime you are engaging an opportunity, you're calling a rat to come. It goes like that. Like animals, the moment you see an animal, there's something about it in your subconscious. Okay? Somebody's asking about spider is just like the divine feminine energy. Spider is that divine feminine energy that connects. So whenever you see a spider in your subconscious, you know you are connected to the divine feminine energy of the planet. You are connected to that divine feminine energy of the planet. Like there's an there's an electromagnetic communication coming from you into the planet and from the planet into you. Because look at the spiders. The spiders, what they build is usually that there's something as mucus. That is communication, intradimensional communication. That's what the spiders are all about. All about, all about, all about, all about, all about, all about. Cat is all about confidence. Cats are like Leo. So when you see a wild cat, wild confidence that can survive beyond the villages. When you see a domestic cat, domestic confidence. Anyway, that's now I feel like, why? Flies are like CCTV cameras. Flies are like CCTV, like tiny spies. Like people, probably your neighbor like eavesdrops at your conversations. Probably maybe, you know, somebody just curious about what's going on in the world. So I've been analyzing spiders. Oh, you need to just talk. And you analyzing spiders, probably you've been ignoring connections that have been wanting to come into your life that are good for you. You know, if you kill a spider, you're the type of people who somebody will ask for your number and you tell them, fuck off. And maybe that was a scout. They wanted to give you a connection or something, you know? So when you see spiders, just no connection. Open yourself to connection, to intra-dimensional connection. Ants are about building like structure. Ants are about structure, travel, exploration, the structure around travel, exploration, and just having new foundations. Wasps are about fashion, elegance. When you look at wasps, the house, and guys, I don't want you to ask me so that you cannot memorize my brain. I want you to master this thing so that you can deduce by yourself. Let me give you a head start. Something like a wasp. It builds, and I think I have a house for it. See, once they build things like this, there's the ability to create fashion, like wasps are very fashionable when you look at them, even the way they are created, they have a hourglass shape, they're very, such kind of thing, like fashion-oriented, fashionistas. So when you look at them, just look at them, look at what they create, what they're made of. It will help you to figure out what they are. Because when you keep asking me now, wasp, ladybugs, big grasshopper spinning. I cannot tell you the entire animal kingdom. So you want to find a way to also deduce by yourself and just looking. Next, yeah, birds are intellectual, something like that. Birds are intellectual. They are the air sign. Intellectual. Grasshoppers are luck oriented. When you see a grasshopper, you're lucky. Something is about to, like there's luck going on for you. You're on good luck. You're on the good side of things, of alignment. So guys, that is it for today. But if you want to know about these animals, please kindly study them, look at them, put your authenticity in them. You're a woman, especially women. Women, you have these things in you because it is you that created this thing. So you know all of them. So be authentic about when you look at them, when you see them, and even plants, be authentic. Plants are always, the shape of the plants are always talking about different parts of the body. And literally that's what they are about. Different plants, different parts of the body. Yeah. So like women who are obsessed with their vagina looking a certain way or smelling a certain way. Flowers and vaginas in nature. So flowers and vaginas, they go hand in hand. If you can find your way around flowers and your vagina, you can help your vagina out instead of going to weird doctors giving you weird medication. A stomach is ginger. Ginger is like the stomach in nature, stuff like that. Heart is like the tomato in nature. And women are the ones who have answers to this. So just try, get into it. Get into it. It's not supposed to be so difficult. Like living in unison with nature is not supposed to be so difficult. The planet made it so easy for us. The difficultness comes from all the European intelligence, all the white man's intelligence has made us quite dumb. We lost sight of the truth for a temporary lapse. But while we are breathing, there is time. The thought of a reprobate. You would have to have a reprobate mind if you are not a stiff-necked. You know, reprobate mind people are stiff-necked. So if you are not a stiff-necked person, kindly just as a woman, use your authenticity. Once you get a head start from people like myself, because I also get head starts from other people. So once you get a head start, get into it with confidence. And put the imposter syndrome aside. Contribute what you have to contribute to the collective consciousness without doubting yourself too much. Spirituality and doubt don't go together. When you have doubt, it's like you don't have feet that is on the ground. Point of contact with reality. Your self-belief is the point of contact with reality. Some people will tell you your self-belief is delusional. Look at the feet. Where is the feet at? The feet is what you use to step up Mother Guy, Mother Ann. Gab. What connects you to Gab direct, right? What connects you to reality? Gab is reality.
I'm fine, yes. 416-720-3364.
With that number. Have you signed up for the points or?
I think a while ago, yeah.
Try by email.
Oh boy, probably an old email. Nicole, Nicole, Walton, WALTON 27 at hotmail.com.
Nothing under that.
Or MRS dot Nicole Walton at gmail.com.
Your immune system is what
No,
is the point
You
of
want to sign up for
contact
today?
with your
Not
reality.
particularly,
Is somebody
no.
getting the point? Let it not be that I'm just speaking one. I'm just talking. I've said your immune system, your ability to activate your immune system, to be spiritually clean, your ability to be spiritually hygienic, is what connects you to reality. You are
total's gonna be 115, 21.
Step on the ground. The ground is the earth element. The earth element is the reality.
We only have large bags at the moment, is that okay?
Yes, that's
You
fine.
see the way the church is playing you. The church is playing you, the church is telling you. The more you give away yourself to live, the more you become more docile. The more you turn the other cheek, the more you keep your
Awesome, thank you so
system
much.
open for invasion by anything. It's when they are lying to you. Because the more you keep your boundaries up, the more you make sure that your immune system has no compromise. The more you make sure that your inner circle has no portal of sewage coming into you. The more you are in contact with the reality. Yes, the more you protect yourself, the more you are in contact with the reality. So your self-belief is what touches the ground. Do we walk with our hand on the ground? Do we walk with our head on the ground? Or to think that Peter was foolish to make sure that your Pisces energy is the one in contact with the soil. Your Pisces energy, your Aquarius energy are the ones in contact with the soil. Means your self-knowledge, your self-belief, your immune system, and your ability to win are the ones that are in contact with reality. So guess what? You're just mere sperms. You're just mere sperms trying to make it to the altar. And the more connected to reality you are, the more your chances of winning. When you step on the ground and step on an entire very difficult there, that's one that farms, one that wins. And guess the part of you that is connected to her directly? Self-belief and your self-knowledge. Self-belief and your self-knowledge. If you want to be a mass person, this is how you get mad. This is how people get maddened. Anybody that has lost their mind, like they're no longer in reality, somebody messed with their self-knowledge and their self-belief. If you see a mad person walking on the street, just know that when you go back into their family and the person is connected with you, they were gone. Somebody messed with their self-knowledge. Somebody fucked up with their self-knowledge. They cannot step on reality. Spiritually, their feet are not on the ground. Anybody that is taking away your self-knowledge and your self-belief wants to be mad. They are pushing you to madness. They are pushing you to be out of touch with your own reality. And black people, that's where most black people are. A lot of black people are mad people walking around, mad ladies, and white people can tell. That's why they come up with things like black fatigue. Well, a lot of our people are mad men and women walking around with zero contact to the reality of who they are. That's why we are mediocre. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We know we are mediocre. Let's not lie. Our ancestors might have achieved along the path. Our generation, we are mediocre. Let's just tell the truth. Whatever was done to us was successful. So much that a lot of us are mediocre, cannot compete globally. Why? Because the feet is not on the ground. There is no self-knowledge and there is no self-belief. So we are walking around like madmen. A lot of black people are walking around like mad people. And the people who can see you intradimensionally can tell. Sometimes if you are somebody who you just love people watching, go to town where black people are dominant. You will start seeing faces of kings. You will start seeing auras of deity walking around like they are lost in time. You'll see an aura of a pharaoh sitting as a watchman. Somebody's watchman, somebody's door. You see an aura of a pharaoh sitting as a watchman on somebody's door. We are walking around like madmen, black people, and my job is to reverse that. And I hope that we are going, I don't hope, I know that we will achieve and we will bring back the pharaohs, we will rise back the deities that are supposed to be the giants of the planet. But for now, just know that a lot of our people are mad people, and us, we will not see it. It is the future generations that will see it. Us, we will not see it. We will not see how much rich in DNA we were, but we were not using it at all because we did not have self-knowledge and self-belief. Future generations will tap into it. I'm sure you already see the difference in the children that are being born. Late. They are coming with authenticity on point. Some of them have been seeing certain videos of people saying, oh, my child is coming with their head already raised. My child is already raising their head. No, that asset is ushering, is being ushered. A lot of children that are being born lately, they come with the head already lifted. Head can already, the central nervous system is already, those are the Dawood of our time. The ones that are born when the planet's central nervous system is intact. So then they are coming with an already authentic, I'm already there 12 hours, 24 hours a day that is already ready to be utilized. And there's going to be a lot of chaos because our population is full of kings, queens, deities, architects, people who had a lot of expertise in ancient Africa but are forgotten, are madmen now. So the generations that are being born currently are coming to awaken those totems. And it's going to be war. Because when they awaken it and they show you your potential, there's going to be a lot of clashes and just expect a lot of clashes between us and this particular generation that is being born. Especially a lot of us who are still not aware. Because children, they're coming to actualize the totems that we were supposed to actualize. And speaking about totems, Africans are mad people walking on the planet because we have the best totems. The animals that are found in Africa, there's no other place that they are found. Like even the sizes of the animals that are found in Africa, there's no other place on the planet that those animals are found. What does that tell you spiritually? The type of totems that are in Africa, there's no other place that those totems are. But the totems are, we've weakened them, we're not empowering them, so they become useless. But that was written. That was written. A time is coming when those totems will be awakened for us to move forward. And I hope that you who is watching will be alive to witness that. Otherwise, if you will not be alive to witness it, we will tell you in the afterlife. Just like we will tell people who died before TikTok how the world was the moment TikTok got in. There are people who died before TikTok. There are people who will die before some of the greatest revelations are fulfilled. If you are not there to watch, we will tell you in the afterlife. And we are telling the people who died before TikTok what happened. Yes. All animals that are extinct can be brought back. That's the game. Those are the miracles. Energy once created cannot be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So all the animal totems that you think are extinct or are died or are whatever, they are now in human beings. They are not in animals anymore. But human beings have them in small quantities, not enough to form an animal. For an animal to form, for one animal to form, there has to be like 144,000 humans supporting that totem. So if there is only like let's say 140 or only 100, then that totem will stay among the human population. But the moment we reach a point where there is 144,000 supporting a particular totem, then that totem will appear in nature. But guess what? These are things we cannot do now yet. I'm just telling you, me telling you is useless information because we are too few who are awakened totally. But the moment the entire world will be awake, there's power in that. The power is in numbers. Quantum entanglement is in numbers. That is what even builds the pyramids, the numbers. So that power in numbers, when we bring it together, we bring back everything that the planet has ever lost. But the moment we still stay disconnected and disunited, we take away more than we bring back. But the time is coming when we're going to bring back what is dead, and that's where we're working towards. So just, I hope you're alive for that. Because some people won't. But some people will be alive for such kind of things to happen, for the miracles. And don't you miss miracles? Like miracles that are out of the supernatural completely, that is public, that you can record on camera. Such kind of miracles will only come from quantum entanglement, nothing else. Power in numbers. But for now, the only miracles you can get are the tiny ones in your own life. For now, the only miracles you get to have are the tiny ones in your own life. But if you want to achieve collective miracles, then we have to be collectively, a lot of us have to be awake. Tuko pamoja, eh? We are together. We are together, eh? Yeah. So I think this is all that I have today for this class. I had only the rosary, but I've extended myself because of how I'm feeling. I'm usually following how I'm feeling. So if I feel like staying a little bit longer, I stay a little bit longer. If I don't feel like it, I go. So today I felt like staying a little bit longer after that particular class. And yeah, I hope that you guys are doing amazing. I don't know each and every one of you how you're doing in your own personal life, but collectively, I'm really genuinely hoping that you are part of the collective that is being lifted into this new beginning that we are starting. Like you're the part of it, man. I just hope you're part of it. Because there are people who have been placed in certain positions. Because the ship is ready to take off. Everyone is going to take off, but not everyone is going to have fun in the journey. So I hope you are among the people who are going to have fun in the journey. Because me, I just want everybody to win. I want everybody to have fun. I want everybody to, have their manifestation come into reality. I want everybody to win. I want you to win. I want you to win because I want myself to win. And I know that the world is beautiful when we are all winning. I'm tired of a poverty world. Seeing poverty, people are poor. I'm tired of that particular world. I just want a world where now, there's just flowers. We are taking care of the planet like we are taking care of ourselves. Everybody's just joyous. Everybody's moving towards their dream. That is the life that I want. That is what I'm manifesting on a collective planet. And I hope that you are manifesting it for yourself as well. And as I close this particular life, there's one thing I want to say. As you're using your Libra energy, because Libra energy, that's a big energy that allows things to be born or not to. Please give everyone what they need. People who deserve your anger, give it to them. People who deserve your hate, give it to them. People who deserve your silent treatment, give it to them. Likewise, people who deserve your love, give it to them. People who deserve your encouraging words, give it to them. People who deserve your smile, give it to them. Give everyone what they deserve. We don't care. Nobody will. When me personally, when I find you giving a bully a taste of their own medicine, I will not call you an evil person. And anybody who is angelic, who does no evil and accept evil, will not call you an evil person. So don't shy away from giving people poison, people who deserve poison, because you want to be a good person. Nobody cares. We need
Shut
the
the
things
fuck
that
up,
are
bitch.
blocking
Fuck.
collective consciousness from rising dead. And the creator is a murderer. That's why we have tornadoes. That's why we have floods. That's why we have earthquakes. That's why we have natural calamities. Because the creator is a murderer as well. That is necessary. So make sure that you kill the things that deserve to die as you water everything that deserves to live. And let that charity begin at home. In your own environment, people that don't deserve to grow in your life, cut off. People that deserve to grow in your life, water them. And continue moving like that. The only obligation you owe us as the whole world, the one you owe yourself. When you're littering around your environment, you're throwing plastic everywhere. In your environment, know you are littering the entire world. But when you're cleaning your environment, then know that you're cleaning the entire world. The only obligation you owe the whole world is the one you owe yourself. So don't be that person who, oh, I want to clean the entire ocean. You cannot. Especially if you're not a president, if you're not somebody who is at a position, even some president cannot. The only obligation you owe the whole world is the one you owe yourself. And as long as you're making sure in your own environment that the universe, the collective consciousness is taken care of, as long as you're taking care of yourself, the universe will never allow you to live in environments that are infested by those who are not taking care of themselves. If you are clean, you always living in a clean environment. You're always not littering your own environment. The universe will never, even if there is the only place that is remaining clean on the entire planet fits 3 people, you will be among those 3 people. So you do what you need to do in your own specific area, in your own individual life. Charity begins at home. And as long as behind closed doors in your own life, you are doing no evil, accepting no evil, you are moving in the path of collective rhythm, then no, the universe will never allow you to find yourself in environments, in places, in spaces, with people that are not upholding the same values you are upholding in your own. Law of attraction is big. If you are respecting your inner authority, the universe will never have you at the mercy of those who don't. So just know, the only obligation you owe the whole world is the one you owe yourself. Every bully you stop in your own little world, you've stopped a bully in the collective consciousness. Any person you will give anger that they deserve in your own individual life, you allowed the collective consciousness to channel the anger to those that deserve it. Opposite is any time you give love to those who don't deserve it. Every time you keep quiet when a bully is butchering somebody who is chosen or somebody who listens to their inner authority, then you are enabling that very energy, the collective consciousness. And when I enable it in my life, you enable it in your life, somebody enables it, we reach 144,000, then the entire earth gets swallowed in that same energy. So I'm always saying, do in your private life what you want to do, see in the collective consciousness, and don't try being a hero in the collective consciousness. Never think that, oh, I need more support to do this. The universe has already put you exactly where you need to be to make the impact you need to make. You don't need somebody else putting you where Beyonce is or putting where you are. You are exactly where you are to make the impact that is needed. Now, when you ask, okay, the impact that I need, I want the entire planet to be clean. Then don't start frustrating yourself by saying, oh, I need to collect enough money to mobilize enough people to clean the whole earth. No. If you truly want the earth to be clean, you must start being clean in your own life, in your own world. And as you are clean in your own life, in your own world, before you see the change reflected in the collective consciousness, you will be clean in your own world to pay for all the times that your ancestors were not clean fast. You pay debts fast. Remember, you are made up of ancestors. Probably you come from ancestors who did not give a fuck. They're the one who polluted the entire planet. Now, if you are their descendant and you want the entire planet to be clean, you are going to have to be clean so many times that it cancels the number of times that your ancestors were dirtifying the planet. So the job is in the personal life, personal level. Whenever I see people struggling like, oh my God, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, and they're taking it as their own personal responsibility so much, and it's such a big, a huge role. Think like climate change. You have to start it in your own life without you starting it. And when you start it in your own life, you're going to do it for so long that sometimes you are going to feel like giving up. Like, oh my God, so that period has to be there. The period where you pay for the ancestors, your ancestors' sins before you make a quantum jump. Know that that period is also always there. Because these are some of the things that make spiritual people to be frustrated. Especially the newcomers. Newcomers join, they start manifestation, they feel like it's easy until they meet the information of how long they have to drive. How long they have to drive and do what their ancestors did. That is why most people fall off.
That stuff is 17, 18 and 19.
But the ones who keep moving until quantum jump arrives. And I will tell you, I will advise you to be the ones to keep moving.
We need back than that.
Yeah, be the ones to keep moving, because there's a lot of work.
Okay, so then, because this box tells you on it 17, 18, 19.
The pace of the tortoise is the true pace.
You know what I mean? And then it goes
do
up like
it
that.
today.
That's all that's in that box.
What you don't do today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, show up every single day.
But can he print it or not?
But not with too much bulldozing energy. If you come bulldozing, you will do it for 1 week, you're done, you're tired, you're gone. You do it for 1 year, you're done, you're tired, you're gone. But if you follow the pace of the tortoise, where you rest when you need to rest, you show up, you keep the consistency, you keep the discipline, and when you need to rest, you rest. You don't bulldoze your way, you don't give yourself. You be patient with yourself, you trust your process. That's how you reach where you're going. Bulldozing will not take you anywhere, guys. Bulldozing will not take you anywhere, and I think places like social media now is here to teach us that bulldozing doesn't take you anywhere. And as women also know that you are not men. We are right now in the era of social media where women are tempted to copy men. Men are daily beings. They recharge every night. Women are monthly beings. They recharge every month. You cannot show up to a level that a man is showing up. That's why men were created to show up for the woman on a 7-day basis so that the woman can rest. If you are a woman and you need to rest, then have your man show up for you every 7 days. Who is your man? If you are a woman who doesn't have a man, your self-belief. Okay, who is the child of herself? You believe if you are a woman who you don't have a man bringing you money every 7 days. Every 5 days, I mean.
I'm recording.
If you don't have a man bringing you money every 5 days, or a man showing up for you every 5 days, then you have to wake up your self-belief to show up for you every 5 days.
Mario's such a fucking.
What is your self-belief? Making sure that your immune system is very tight. Like a woman who don't have a man, you can't afford to have a circle that has portals of sewage coming in. Your inner circle has to be very tight as a woman.
What?
But if you're a woman who has a man, then you can be as careless as you like.
I don't
Because
understand,
when
bro.
all goes well, your man can fight.
No, I don't.
Your man
When
will
I
beat
say going
someone's
across the
mouth.
street,
You have a masculine energy
Put on.
outside
You can go in your
to
shorts and your
protect
shirt.
you. Because that's what
What you
men
doing? Put
should
on
be
makeup?
doing. But as a woman who doesn't have a man, your self-belief now is where your man is. Your man is your self-belief. As long as you believe in yourself on a daily basis and you don't allow anybody to chop that self-belief, to make it less, then know that you have a man that is showing up for you on a daily basis. Now I need to go because I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I'm just going to have to leave. Otherwise, thank you guys for coming. Bichana means what? We must keep moving. Yeah, we must keep moving. We must keep moving until the quantum jump hits. The quantum jump comes. Quantum jumps come. So just keep moving. A quantum jump will come. I promise you that. Keep moving until your quantum jump comes, and then you quantum jump. You keep moving even after quantum jump. Move again, you get new. You move again, you get new. So thank you also for coming, and I'm going to be seeing you guys because today is White Sunday. I'm going to be seeing you guys on Wednesday with a beautiful, beautiful class for you. Otherwise, thank you for coming. I always am appreciative, and have a beautiful life. Good evening. Bye.